On a Sunday morning, as the first rays of sun bathed the church in golden light, an unexpected visitor made its appearance. Ignoring Father Samuel, who tried to prevent him from entering the church and insisted on attending Mass in a fixed place, this dog intrigued everyone in the parish. But what no one could imagine was what the presence of that furry creature would mean for this community. In a small town rooted in traditions and community, the Church of St. Francis stood as a beacon of faith and hope. Father Samuel, known for his kindness and unwavering dedication, led his congregation with love and compassion. The peace and serenity of the town of Valle de Luna were known to all, but an unusual event was about to shake the quiet routine of this community. On a Sunday morning, while the first rays of sun bathed the church in golden light, an unexpected visitor made its appearance. A medium-sized dog with brown and black fur, resembling a mixed-breed German Shepherd with shiny fur and deep eyes, quietly positioned itself at the church door. Father Samuel, upon noticing it, tried gently to shoo it away, but the dog, with a persistent and calm gaze, refused to leave. As the congregation arrived, murmurs about the non-human visitor grew. The dog, with an almost human dignity, entered the church and chose a discreet spot at the back, where it remained quiet and attentive throughout the ceremony. Its fixed and deep gaze seemed to transcend the space, focusing on something beyond everyone's understanding. Father Samuel, although initially resistant to the presence of the animal, noticed an unusual calmness in the congregation. The dog, temporarily baptized as Midnight by the community, became a mystery to be solved. What could be behind that striking yet peaceful presence? Curiosity grew as Midnight began to attend Mass regularly, always at the same time, choosing the same spot to sit. The community began to wonder about the origin and purpose of that presence. It was then that Father Samuel decided it was time to investigate further. Armed with a mixture of caution and curiosity, Father Samuel followed Midnight after Mass, hoping to unravel the mystery behind its visits. But Midnight, aware of being followed, led Father Samuel through streets and alleys until they reached a point few in the town knew, a place that held secrets forgotten by time. As twilight gave way to the shadows of the night, Father Samuel found himself in front of an old house at the edge of a forest. The dog stopped, its gaze fixed on the entrance worn by age. Father Samuel, now filled with a sense of mystery and anticipation, knew he was about to discover something extraordinary. But what would be revealed in that forgotten place, and what would be Midnight's true connection to the Church of St. Francis? The community of Valle de Luna was about to have its beliefs and understandings challenged. As Father Samuel approached the old door, his heart beat with a rhythm of expectation and apprehension. What lay behind that silent presence and those eyes that seemed to see beyond? The answer was just a door away, promising to reveal more than anyone could imagine. As the old door slowly opened, a creaking sound broke the silence, enveloping Father Samuel and Midnight in an atmosphere of anticipation. The interior of the house was immersed in shadows, with moonlight beams infiltrating through dusty windows, revealing a space that time seemed to have forgotten. Guided by the light of his faith and the silent company of Midnight, Father Samuel entered the space, his heart beating with the promise of discoveries. In the center of the room, a collection of photographs and memorabilia spread out on an old wooden table. Each piece seemed to tell a story, a fragment of life preserved in that forgotten place. Midnight, with a reverent calmness, approached the table, its focus directed to a particular photograph. It was an image of a middle-aged woman smiling next to a dog that astonishingly resembled Midnight. Beside the photograph, a small candle burned, its flickering flame casting light on a name engraved on a wooden plaque, Maria. The discovery left Father Samuel stunned. Maria, a parishioner known for her devotion and kindness, had passed away a few years ago, leaving behind an aura of mystery about her life and legacy. Her connection to Midnight, until then unknown to the community, began to unfold. Among the items, Father Samuel found a diary, its pages yellowed by time, detailing Maria's journey with Midnight from the day she found him abandoned and wounded to the moments of companionship and joy they shared. The reading revealed that Maria saw in Midnight more than a pet. She saw him as a messenger of hope, a being that brought light into her life in moments of darkness. Father Samuel, deeply moved by Maria's words, began to understand the reason why Midnight visited the church. It was a pilgrimage of love and loyalty, a quest for connection with Maria's spirit, who in life never missed a single ceremony. Midnight, in his canine wisdom, chose to sit in the same place Maria occupied during the sermons, looking at the altar with a devotion that mirrored that of his owner. With this revelation, Father Samuel realized that Midnight's mystery was, in fact, a lesson of faith and unconditional love. The dog sought not only the presence of his owner, but also kept alive Maria's memory, a silent testimony of her faith and kindness. However, there was still more to be discovered. A letter carefully folded between the pages of the diary contained Maria's last words addressed to Father Samuel. With trembling hands, he began to read, unaware that Maria's words would reveal an even deeper truth and a request that would test the faith of the Valle de Luna community in ways they never imagined. As the night advanced, Father Samuel, accompanied by Midnight, prepared to bring the discoveries back to the church, determined to fulfill Maria's last wish. The way back to the church was now illuminated not only by the moon, but by the promise of a dawn of understanding and renewal for the entire community. In the quiet of the night, under Midnight's watchful gaze, Father Samuel unfolded Maria's letter, a message she had left as her last testament of faith and love. The dim light of the candle illuminated each word, revealing a request as profound as it was unexpected. Maria always knew that her time in this world was limited, but her faith was infinite. In her words, she expressed immense gratitude for the life she had and the love she shared not only with Midnight, but with the entire Valle de Luna community. Her final request was simple but loaded with meaning. She wished for Midnight to be embraced by the church and the community as a living symbol of her faith and kindness. Father Samuel, touched by the depth of the bond between Maria and Midnight, knew that Maria's request was not only about caring for a dog, but about continuing a legacy of compassion and communion. He pondered the implications of this request, aware that Midnight's acceptance by the church would represent a new chapter in the community's history, one that would challenge conventions, but also open hearts to unconditional love and faith that transcends the barriers between life and death. The following Sunday, Father Samuel decided to share Maria and Midnight's story with his congregation. With Midnight by his side, he ascended the pulpit, Maria's letter in hand, and began to narrate the journey of faith, love, and hope that united the woman and the dog. The congregation listened in silence, captured by the emotion and the powerful message that emerged from Maria's story. As Father Samuel read the final words of the letter, a reverent silence filled the church. It was as if Maria herself were present, her faith and love permeating the air. Upon concluding the reading, Father Samuel made an appeal to the community, asking them to embrace Midnight not only as an animal, but as a guardian of Maria's legacy, a constant reminder of the power of faith and the ability to love beyond the boundaries of life. The congregation's response was immediate and unconditional. Moved by Maria's story and Midnight's gesture, who remained certainly by Father Samuel's side, they opened their hearts and arms, accepting Midnight as an integral part of their faith community. It was a moment of unity and spiritual renewal, where differences were forgotten in the name of a greater love. In the days that followed, Midnight's presence in the church became a symbol of unity and hope. He was more than a dog. He was a messenger of faith, a link between heaven and earth, guiding the Valle de Luna community on a path of understanding and acceptance. But as the community embraced Midnight and Maria's legacy, a surprising discovery was about to be made, one that would reveal an even deeper connection between Midnight and the church, bringing to light secrets long kept and testing the community's faith in ways they never imagined. Led by a sudden intuition, Father Samuel decided to investigate the dog's origin, a journey that would lead him to unravel mysteries of the past and confront truths that could forever change how the community saw the world and themselves. As Midnight's acceptance by the Valle de Luna community grew, Father Samuel felt compelled by an unsettling curiosity about the dog's origins. Although Midnight's presence in the church was now a symbol of faith and love, there were unresolved mysteries clamoring for attention. Determined to uncover the full story, Father Samuel embarked on a journey of discovery that would take him to the depths of Valle de Luna's past and Midnight's. The first clue came from ancient church records, documents faded by time that mentioned the existence of a dog similar to Midnight, linked to historical events in the community centuries ago. This initial discovery led Father Samuel to question Midnight's nature. Could a simple dog carry with him the spiritual and historical heritage of a community? With the help of some congregation members, Father Samuel decided to explore the church's ancient cemetery, a resting place for generations of Valle de Luna inhabitants. It was there, among weathered tombstones and almost faded inscriptions, that they found the tomb of a benefactor of the 17th century church, a man known for his devotion to animals and for saving the church from a great calamity. Next to his tomb, almost hidden by vegetation, was a small headstone dedicated to a faithful companion. Intrigued by this discovery, Father Samuel delved deeper into the city's archives, unearthing an almost forgotten legend about a dog that had guided the inhabitants of Valley de Luna to a water source during a severe drought, saving the city from desolation. The description of the heroic dog matched Midnight's appearance, creating a mystical bridge between past and present. As Father Samuel shared these discoveries with the community, a sense of awe and spiritual connection grew. Midnight was not just a reminder of Maria's love. He was somehow a guardian of Valley de Luna's history and faith, a living symbol of divine protection that transcended time. The final revelation came unexpectedly during a stormy night when lightning illuminated the Valley de Luna sky. Father Samuel and some parishioners found Midnight in front of the church, staring fixedly at the altar. Moved by an impulse, Father Samuel decided to follow the dog's gaze, discovering an ancient relic hidden behind the altar, an artifact thought lost centuries ago, believed to have protective powers for the community. The discovery of the relic, guided by Midnight, was seen as a miracle, a sign of divine blessing upon Valley de Luna and its people. Midnight's story, now intertwined with that of the community, became a living legend, teaching everyone about the interconnectedness of life, the constant presence of the divine in the most unexpected forms, and the power of love and faith that unites all creatures. Father Samuel, reflecting on the journey he had undertaken, recognized that the true revelation lay in the ability to see beyond the obvious, to recognize the sacredness in all forms of life, and to understand that sometimes God's messengers walk among us, guiding us to a deeper understanding of the mystery of existence. Midnight, the faithful companion, became an eternal blessing for Valley de Luna, a constant reminder of the lessons of love, faith, and unity that Maria had left as her most precious legacy. The story of Midnight and his mystical connection with Valley de Luna and the Church of St. Francis culminated in a celebration that united the community in a way never seen before. Father Samuel, as he revealed Midnight's complete story during a special sermon, emphasized the message of unity, faith, and transcendental love that Midnight represented. The relic found, now restored to its place of honor in the church, symbolized divine protection over Valley de Luna, and Midnight was seen as the guardian of that blessing. Inspired by the journey of discovery and the lessons learned, the community decided to organize an annual festival in honor of Midnight and Maria, celebrating unconditional love, the faith that unites, and the presence of the divine in the humblest forms. Midnight, with his serenity and wisdom, continued to attend the church, now accompanied by parishioners who saw in him a daily reminder of deeper truths. Midnight's story transformed into a local legend, passed down from generation to generation, a narrative of how faith, love, and community can transcend the barriers of time and space. Father Samuel, reflecting on the events that had so extraordinarily united Valley de Luna, recognized that the true church resides not only in stones and stained glass, but in heart-to-heart connections, in compassion and mutual care. Teachings that Midnight, a simple dog, brought to light. Thus, the story of Midnight and his influence on the Valley de Luna community remained a testimony to the power of faith and the ability to find the sacred in the simplest manifestations of life. Valley de Luna, blessed by the story of a love that defied time, became a symbol of hope and renewal, a place where Midnight and Maria's legacy would continue to inspire hearts for many generations. What an incredible story! If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. See you in the next video.